common potential. Common potential, what is it? When we connect two capacitors with a connecting wire, due to their potential difference, some charge flows from higher potential capacitor to low potential capacitor. And this process continues until the potential of each capacitor becomes equal. So, in this process, some energy is lost. When we connect two capacitors, some energy is lost. So, we will prove this. Loss of energy. Loss of energy. Consider we have two capacitors of capacitance C1 and C2. Potential V1 and V2. Let charge on this capacitor Q1 and on this capacitor Q2. So, the total energy stored before connecting these two capacitors. So, the initial energy, total energy before connecting. Total energy before connecting is given by, let's say, U initial. Before connecting, two capacitors are separate. So, we will use formula half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. This is expression for total energy before connecting these two capacitors. Now, if we connect them with a connecting wire, now they become at some common potential V. So, total energy after connecting U final. Now, after connecting these two capacitors makes isolated system. So, equivalent capacitance is given by C1 plus C2. Equivalent capacitance. I have told you in problem related to common potential, we join these capacitors into parallel manner. So, total energy after connecting UF is equal to half C1 plus C2, and now they are at common potential V square. So, these are two equations. Now, we will subtract them. I will rub this. So, change in energy, delta U is equal to UI minus UF. Initial, half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. And final energy, expression for final energy was half C1 plus C2 into V square. Now calculate it. Half C1 V1 square plus half, first take some common, half C1 plus C2, take common, then it becomes C1 plus C2, C1 V1 square plus C2 V2 square minus V square. And what is V? This is common potential. So you can put the value for this V. And what is common potential? C1 V1 plus C2 V2 upon C1 plus C2 whole square. This is the complete expression. We find the energy, initial energy, total initial energy, and this is total final energy after connecting both capacitors. And now subtract. Now multiply it. C1 square V1 square plus C1 C2 V2 square plus C2 C1 V1 square plus C2 square V2 square, and it becomes minus C1 square V1 square minus C2 square V2 square and minus 2 C1 C2 V1 V2. This cancel when we take this common. Some calculation mistake. Now C1 V1 cancel it and take common in these three terms C1 C2. So C1 C2 and then V2 square plus V1 square minus 2 V1 V2. I think okay. Now this expression becomes delta U is equal to C1 C2 upon 2 times of C1 plus C2 and it will be V1 minus V2 or V2 minus V1 whole square, doesn't matter. Which one is greater, V1 or V2? As you see, this is a whole square and these cannot be negative, so delta U always be positive. Now we can say U initial is greater than U final. So it has been proved that when we connect two capacitor by connecting wire, some energy is lost in form of heat, light, some sparking is there. Okay, it was the calculation for this derivation. So this was for the loss of energy. Now our next topic is force between plates of capacitor. Consider we have one plate having charge plus Q. So electric field, as I told you in chapter Gauss theorem, the electric field due to this plate at a point which is a distance d from this plate is given by sigma over 2 epsilon naught. This derivation was in the chapter Gauss theorem. The electric field due to a plate at a distance d is given by E is equal to sigma over 2 epsilon naught. We want to find the expression for force between plates of capacitor. So now put a magnetic plate near this plate at a distance d. Due to induction, a negative charge appears on this plate. As we know, this force is mutual force. It means these two plates apply equal and opposite force on each other, and we have in electrostatic we have only two formulas to find the force. In electrostatic we have only two formulas. One is Coulomb law, which is applicable only for point charges, and other is F is equal to QE. Okay, we have to find the force between plates of capacitor. We have only two formulas for finding the force. One is F is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. It is applicable only for point charges, and other formula is F is equal to Q into E. So in this problem, these charge plate cannot be considered as point charge. So we cannot use this formula to find the expression for force between these two plates. We will use this formula. For this formula, we need electric field due to this plate. Due to this charge plate having charge Q, we need electric field. So electric field due to this plate at a distance d is given by E is equal to sigma over 2 epsilon naught. As we know, sigma is surface charge density given by Q over A, Q over surface area of plate. So now apply this formula, F is equal to QE. So E is equal to sigma over 2 epsilon naught, and it becomes Q square sigma upon A epsilon naught. This is mutual force of attraction between these two plates. Now in your textbook there is a topic dielectric and electric polarization of metal. You have to read with yourself. Okay, if you have any problem then you can ask me. This is a completely theoretical topic. I will give you an idea about dielectrics. So dielectric are insulator. Basically dielectric are insulator, but when we place a dielectric inside an electric field, then charge appears on the edges of dielectric. There are two types of dielectric, polar and non-polar dielectric. Polar dielectric means they have intrinsic electric dipole moment. They have non-zero P, natural. They have natural electric dipole moment. And non-polar means electric dipole moment for those molecules is 0. So you will read with yourself this topic. Now I will discuss two cases. Consider we have a capacitor and it is fully charged with the help of a battery having potential difference V. This capacitor, suppose this is V naught. This capacitor is fully charged, so it means the potential difference across the plate of this capacitor will also be V naught. And the value of charge is Q naught. Electric field between the plates directed from positive to negative plate is E naught, and energy stored is Q naught. Now we have two cases. What will be happen if we place a dielectric slab? What will be happen with these parameters V naught, Q naught, E naught and U naught if we insert a dielectric slab while battery remains connected to this capacitor? Okay, so our first case is insertion of dielectric slab and battery remains connected. Battery remains connected. So, initial capacitance is C naught. Let's say this is C naught. When we place, we know the capacitance of air capacitor is given by C naught is equal to A epsilon naught over D. And if we place a dielectric slab in whole portion between the plate, then it becomes C is equal to K epsilon naught A over D, or you can write K C naught. So after insertion the dielectric and while the battery is connected, the capacitance of capacitor will be increased by K time. So C increased. In this case, C is increased and C is equal to C naught K. It means C has increased. Now, what will be the constant? The potential difference is the potential difference provided to the capacitor by the battery. The battery is providing potential difference to this capacitor. So V is equal to V naught remains constant. So V is equal to V naught, it will be constant. Now, what about charge? We know initial charge Q naught is equal to C naught V naught. So final charge Q is equal to final capacitance is C and final potential which is constant is V. So C is equal to C naught K and V naught we can write K C naught V naught, or we can write Q is equal to K Q naught. It means charge is also increased by K time. This will be increased. Okay. So in this case, capacitance increases, charge increases, but potential difference across the battery will be constant because battery is connected with the capacitor, with the plate of capacitor. Now we have done V naught, C naught, Q naught. What about E naught? Initial electric field is given by E naught is equal to V naught and distance between the plate is D, and which is constant. So V is equal to V is constant and D. So we can write it E. So E is equal to E naught, which is constant. E is also constant. And now what about energy? So initial energy are given by U naught half C naught V naught square, and final energy is given by half C V square. Final capacitance as we know K C naught, and V is constant, we can write also V naught. So this is K, this becomes K of half C naught V naught square. It means energy is also increased by K time. U is also increased. Okay, so insertion of dielectric slab when the battery remains connected to the capacitor, all parameter changes like this. In this situation, only V. In this situation, V and electric field potential difference between the plate of capacitor and the electric field between the plate of capacitor remains constant, but capacitance, charge and potential energy stored in a capacitor increase like this. All three parameter increases by K time. So this is an important case for doing numerical. Now we will discuss what will happen to these parameters if battery is disconnected. Insertion of dielectric slab after battery is disconnected. First we charge this capacitor and disconnect the battery, and then we will place a dielectric slab. Now we will see about the parameters, how they will change. Now this is first case. This is first case. Battery is connected. Now we will discuss. Now we have a capacitor and we have a battery. Initial parameters are like this. We have completely charged this capacitor with the help of this battery. After disconnecting the battery, now we will place a dielectric slab. Now we will see how they will change. So, as we know, capacitance of air capacitor is given by this formula C naught. After placing a dielectric between the complete space of plate of capacitor, the capacitance become Ka epsilon naught over D, or we can write K C naught. So we see in both cases, if we place a dielectric slab, capacitance increases. Okay, in both the cases, capacitance will be increased. So this was the second case. Battery is disconnected. So in this case also C increases. Now second parameter is V. So the source of potential difference was the battery, which is disconnected. So new potential will be, we can first I think we should calculate, yes, and the source of charge also battery. So battery is not there, so final charge will be same as initial charge, which is constant. So in this case, Q is equal to Q naught, which is constant. Now we will calculate the potential difference across the battery. Initial potential difference is V is equal to, V naught is equal to, Q is equal to, we have formula CV, V is equal to Q over C, Q naught over C naught. Final potential, V is equal to Q, final charge, upon final capacitance. Final charge is constant, so we can write here Q naught, and C becomes C naught K. So we see the potential V is equal to Q over C naught is equal to V naught upon K man. So it means in this situation, potential difference decreases by K time. Now we have another parameter, electric field. So initial electric field is given by E naught is equal to V naught and D. And final electric field E is equal to V into D. Here we have a value of V naught by K and D. So we can see V naught D is E naught by K. Electric field is also decreases. Electric field is also decreases. Now we have a last parameter, potential energy. Initial potential energy U is equal to half U naught half C naught V naught square, and final potential energy half CV square. U is equal to half C is equal to C naught K, and V is equal to V naught by K. So this becomes V square, V naught square over K square, cancel 1K. U is equal to 1 over K of half C naught V naught square. So it becomes U is equal to U naught by K. Potential energy also decreases. So we can see when we insert a dielectric slab and the battery is connected, then then the potential difference and the electric field remains constant, but capacitance and charge and potential energy increases by K time. All three parameters increases. But when we insert dielectric slab and after disconnecting the battery, when we insert in second case, we have inserted a dielectric slab after disconnecting the battery is disconnected, then the charge is constant, but all three parameters V, E and U decreases while C increases. Capacitance of a capacitor is increased in both the cases while battery is connected or disconnected. So this is a very important calculation for numericals. I hope you will see this. Okay.
15 मिनट.